Hello, welcome to episode 279. Today we're going to make a proximity detector. So, as the closer you get to something, the faster it beeps. Think of a detector from the film Aliens or something like that. You want to scare people, they can't see what's coming, the beeping's just getting faster and faster, and it's creeping them out. So let's turn it on. My zombie seems to have died. I had a zombie over there. Why did he die? There we go. Okay, we need that zombie. Right, so let's turn it on. We are currently not near the zombie. He's not near us. We've got a very slow beep as we're exploring the derelict spaceship. It's dark, it's scary. We're walking through the corridors. We're getting closer, closer. He's right next to us. You right, zombie? There we go. Okay, so that's the idea of what we're going to be making. A little detector. The closer we get to something, the faster the beep. So if we stand here and he walks towards us, which maybe if we do game mode survival he will. Do you want to come and get me? Hey, there we go. Okay, so that is what we're going to be making. Pretty simple. Game mode creative. Let's go and turn it off. This one is from an idea by GalSergey, which he posted on one of the heartbeat videos, and I thought that sounds too good not to do a tutorial on. He just told me that beehives could be used as points of interest and we can locate them. I used a lodestone instead. Oh, enough talking. I'll tell you what, let's just get on and make it. We are in version 1.19. Okay. Right, let's make this thing. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, as usual, is a little bit of scoreboard and constant setup. So let's do our setup. And let's get ourselves a timer. Scoreboard, objectives, add a timer. Done. And we're going to want another dummy. Scoreboard, objectives, add, and we'll call this one distance. We'll call this one third time lucky, distance, and it's going to be a dummy. And then we're going to want a multiplier as well, just to add an extra delay between the sound effect, otherwise it's going to play too fast. Scoreboard, players, set, and we'll have a fake player, and we'll call that fake player multiply. Distance 4. Let's try 2, actually. Let's try 2. Done. Okay, let's have a controller. And this will be the controller for the detector. Done. Right, what are we going to do? First of all, we're going to increment the timer. Make sure it's repeating. Scoreboard. Players, add for all players, timer 1. Right, the timer's going up, and then we will save the distance between me and the nearest lodestone. Execute as all players at me, positioned. Actually, I don't think we need position. Let's try it without that first. Store result as a score as each player in their distance score. Run, locate a point of interest, a lodestone. So now we have distance to the lodestone stored in my score. Now is where we're going to use the multiplier. Execute as all players run scoreboard players operation for each player, their distance equals equals itself times, that's the asterisk. It looks like a little X, but it's the asterisk. Shift 8. Times the fake player multiply their distance. So if our distance is 10, it will set it to 20. So if we're 10 blocks away, we'll be playing it every 20 ticks maybe. If that's too fast, we'll change the multiplier. Okay, done. Now we want to put a clamp on the distance so it doesn't go too low, otherwise it's going to go too fast. So let's put a clamp on it. Execute as all players if score each player distance matches, let's say 0 to 4, or we could just say 4 or less, so even minus numbers are now included. Run scoreboard players set for each player distance to 5, so that's the lowest it can go. Any lower than 5 and it will get set to 5. And now we'll play a sound and reset the timer. We'll do that in one command. Execute as all players if score at S timer is greater than or equal to at S distance. Execute at the player. We will store success. We'll store success. We'll spell that correctly. Score at the player. Timer. So if this next command is successful, we'll store a 1, and if it's not successful, we'll store a 0. Either way, we're effectively resetting the timer. Run. Play sound. I'm going to use a note block again. Block dot note block dot bit. I think I'll use. That's a beep. That's like a beep sound. Play it in the master channel. Play it to the player, not everyone. At the player's coordinates, and 1 for the main volume. Let's put the pitch right up. I think 2 is the highest it goes. 1 for the minimum volume. Done. Now if I put a lodestone in the world, let's see what happens if there is no lodestone, because it's going to be searching for a lodestone. So now can I just throw things normal? Yeah, so it doesn't seem to mind too much. It's not going crazy and lagging out or anything. Okay, let's get a lodestone. And have we pressed that? Right, okay, so we have a score, obviously. And it thinks we're close. Let's put a lodestone down. There we go, that's better. Right, so we're nowhere near the target. We've got a slow beep. And as we get closer to the target, okay, we hit maximums. We hit maximum about here. That's not too bad. Okay, so we've got the proximity detector working, checking for that lodestone there. Let's turn that off because that'll get annoying. And we'll get rid of that. Now, all we need to do is just make it follow around a zombie or something. So let's pop a zombie down. Oh, little zombie. We'll put him in here. Summon zombie. And we will summon a zombie. I know that's a positive Z in that direction, because I'm always facing the same way in these tutorials. We better give him a tag. Tag everything. First rule of doing things, tag everything. So let's just call him my zombie. Yes, that'll do. Do we need to do anything else for him? I think that's probably all. Yeah, we'll just tag him with that. Oh, we better give him a hat, otherwise he's going to burn. And I'll tell you what I'll also add while we're here. I'll add silent, just so he's quiet. Okay, armor items. We don't want him to burn in the sun. Nothing on his feet, nothing on his legs, nothing on his chest. We want something in his head. ID, a count of 1. Okay, ID, we'll just put an oak button on his head. It'll actually be inside his head, but it's enough to stop him burning, which is all rather strange, but true. So there he is. Can we see his oak button? No, it is inside his head. And he's walking around. Great. Let's make another controller. We could stick it on the end of that one, but we're going to make a separate one for this. And this will be a controller for, I suppose, the lodestone or the zombie. Now, what I'm going to do for demonstration purposes is I'm going to have the lodestone summoning at ground level here. So what level are we at here? Probably 56 or 55? 55. Okay. So we are going to execute at entity tag equals, hey, stop it, my zombie. Yep, seems good. Run, fill, and we'll just have 6 of these. What is that? That's grey wool, isn't it? Grey wool. Okay, so it's going to be -1, we know that. And it's going to be -1. So it's 1 beneath his feet. And then we'll just do a little square around him. There we go. So if that was executing at me, it would be doing that block, that block, that block, that one, that one, that one. A little square around me. If I and that one in the middle. So it'd be filling all of those with grey wool, just like I did there. And then what we'll do is we will execute at any entity tag equals my zombie, run, set block, and only beneath him we will pop down a lodestone. Done. Right, let's turn that on. There it is. Okay, he's walking around. Go on, go somewhere. There we go. Yeah, right, cool. Perfect. So we can see that's working. Now let's turn it on to just make sure it works. Right, we've got a pretty slow beep going on. What about if we switch game mode? Will he come over and say hello? He certainly will. Okay, that's definitely working. Right, let's go back to creative. Obviously in your map, you're not going to want him... stop it. You're not going to be wanting to change the floor to a lodestone all the time, so let's turn that off. So what I'll do is, let's check where the very bottom layer of the map is, where no one can go. I've made a hole already. Here is my hole. Let's go all the way down. In this redstone ready preset, you only get 1 level of bedrock, but in normal you can have more levels, or you can define your own. So I'm just going to say right down here. Let's get the coordinates of this block and see what level it is. 0. 0 for me. Okay. Let's go back out. So instead of setting the lodestone to be... Yoink. Oh, that was a bit too soon. Instead of setting the lodestone to be on the floor level, let's set it right down there at bedrock. So we're not going to be replacing with grey wool. We are going to be replacing with bedrock. And it was 0, wasn't it? So let's dump 0. Boom, 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 0. Okay, so yeah, that's all fine. And then we'll change this one here to 0. Done. Now we'll just go and can you get off that a minute for me? I don't want you to fall down. There we go, we'll get rid of that. So we should be placing one on the world. Should we go down and have a look to see if it actually is? Yeah, I don't know if we'll see it. Can we go down here without dying? Yeah. There it is. We can see it. as he moves around. There it is moving around. So it's out of sight, out of mind of the player. Doesn't matter now. Oh my God. How am I going to get back up? I have no idea where the hole is. I think we'll do TP myself to the same coordinates I'm at, but 56. There we go. Oh, look, we were nowhere near the hole. We would have been down there forever. Suddenly this video would have been half an hour long. And 15 minutes of me would be me just trying to find my way back out. Cool. Now, if we do that locate command in chat, so we could do locate point of interest lodestone. We can see it's 19. It doesn't care about the Y. So it's not counting the Y. So it doesn't matter that it's all the way down the bottom of the world. It says 23 blocks away. If I fly up in the sky and I run the command again, 15 blocks away. See, it's only because he's come closer to us and we've come a bit closer to him. It's not counting the height at all. So it doesn't matter that it's down there. Let's turn on the detector. Okay, so now we imagine we're in a scary spaceship, like Alien Isolation. There is an alien trying to find us. Is it near us? It's getting closer. Good timing, zombie. That would freak me out. Especially if the map was dark and you had the heartbeat going from the last episode. There we are. Okay, so that is how... Oh, let's turn it off. That is how we make a proximity detector or motion detector. Just to scare your players, really, if you feel like being mean. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.